State witness Mthokozisi Thwala is expected back in the High Court in Pretoria when the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial continues. Thwala, who was a close friend of the late soccer star, was one of the people present when Meyiwa was gunned down. This took place at the Vosloorus home of the mother of singer Kelly Khumalo in October 2014. 5 men are currently on trial for the murder. Let's cross to our colleague Sipho to take us through some of the proceedings and what stood out. Sipho, thank you so much for your time. So take me through some of the highlights of Mthokozisi's testimony.
Well, Nastasia, good afternoon. Mthokozisi Thwala, that is former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa's longtime friend, he has told the court that he would rather not go into the details of the nature of Senzo Meyiwa and Kelly Khumalo's relationship. And this came out when he was put on the spot by Zandile Msholo to describe the nature of Senzo Meyiwa and Kelly Khumalo by the time that the incident happened when Meyiwa was shot and killed on the 26th of October 2014. And at first he said that it was going to be difficult for him to go into that, and when he was pressed further on that, he then said that he would rather not say, give his opinion on that, because as much as he was close to Senzo Meyiwa, he was also close to Senzo Meyiwa's fiancée, that is Mandisa Mkhize, and he said that at one stage he also had a confrontation with Meyiwa about the relationship that he had with Kelly Khumalo. So that is what came out of court at this moment, and we've also had him also deny knowledge of any knowledge about lobola negotiations that were said to be going to take place between Senzo Meyiwa and Kelly Khumalo's family. He says, and remember that this came out during Zandile's testimony, that the reason that Tumelo Madlala was in Joburg on the day that Meyiwa was shot and killed was because Tumelo was to help with lobola negotiations for Kelly Khumalo. And according to Thwala, he's saying that if there was anything like that, he was very close to Meyiwa and he would have known. So what we've also had today, Nastasia, was that Thwala says, has told the court that he is in no position to say exactly who could have fired the shot that killed Meyiwa. And remember, this has come over and over again in court. He has told the court that he ran out of the house immediately after the first shot was fired, and Zandile Khumalo also told the court the same thing, that she ran into the bathroom after the first shot was fired, and she was also not in a position to say exactly who had fired the shot that killed Meyiwa. That is one of the concessions that the defense counsels managed to get out of Thwala this afternoon. And the court also heard that the reason that Longwe Thwala and Mthokozisi Thwala could not call for assistance after that incident was because both had their batteries flat on their phones. And you remember that it is the previous witness, Colonel Lamberto Stein, who is a cell phone analyst and investigating officer. He has previously told the court that during his analysis, he had established that none of the people who were in the house on that night had called either the police or the emergency services. And now we've heard that Thwala, according to his statement that he deposed at one stage, he says he ran out of the house to look for help, but even though he had his cell phone on him, he could not call for assistance because his cell phone had run out of battery. And that is exactly the same thing that Mthokozisi Thwala has told the court, that he too, when he ran into the neighbor's yard, he could not call for assistance because his phone had died. So that is, in a nutshell, what came out of court today. And at the end there, we saw Advocate Zandile Mshololo concluding her cross-examination of the witness, and the state saying that they had agreed with all the legal counsels that they were going to stand down matters for the day, and they would rather call the new witness on Monday. We do not know as yet as to who will be the next witness, but we will be waiting and to find out who the next witness to take the stand on Monday will be.